Today's horoscope from AstroCademy, Sagittarius, September 10, 2024. With today's moon in your solar house all day, you tend to invest more heart and feeling in your personal life or home-related activities. While you may vacillate between wanting to stand out and blend in today, you're in great shape to give further thought to your problems or a special interest. There's also a tendency to swing between seeing too much or too little opportunity. You can feel some unrest if you have yet to approach your life and its various departments in a balanced way. Conversations can go in circles or up dead ends. While you may not get the answers you seek, and the day may not be exceptionally reliable, you tend to enjoy some fresh ideas, particularly about money or business. As the heavens dance, so do the asteroids. While asteroids embody quintessential forms of divine feminine goddesses, they also grant us tremendous understanding about how life is evolving before our very eyes. Today, Pallas, the asteroid of courage and wisdom, soars into a fellow fire sign Sagittarius. This encourages the collective to embrace more adventure, idealism, curiosity, and passion in life. If you pursue these in your life, you could become enchanted with new ideas and experience that enrich you forever. Consider this now and you could garner greater insight into your life and relationships. Take responsibility for your financial mistakes and choices. You might be overly critical of your financial status when the Sun in Virgo opposes Saturn retrograde in Pisces. The cosmic energy has taken a fine-tooth comb to your monetary habits, spending, savings, and more. As a result, you could be upset with how your finances have gone. If you want to make a lasting change, then you need to be more financially responsible. See what you can move around or refinance to alleviate any potential burdens, since doing so can help you redefine your budget. Today's planetary alignment gives you the freedom to take your feelings seriously, without being tricked by the serious expectations you may put on yourself at other times of the month. What does expanding your horizons mean to you? It might be time to find out, or, if you know what gives you a boost, go ahead and ask for it. Even something as humble as a walk on the beach with your dog, or a friend, if possible, or a friend's dog, could be the answer to opening up to your true feelings. The vibrations of the moment will bring some constraints that you will have difficulties escaping from. This isn't serious because your faculties for adaptation and your natural good humor will allow you to be on top of events. It's true that you have less punch than during the last few days, but you are still in reasonable shape. So, the day may be a little rough, but you will find solace in your sentimental life, where you are having success. You have the desire to conquer, so this period will be very favorable. While Pluto spends his first weekend back in your work sector, he is also in retrograde motion along with Uranus, who is spending his first weekend in retrograde motion in your career sector. The number of planets in your two professional houses has doubled since last week, shifting their focus entirely onto the past. With Mars encouraging you to pull back as he spends his first weekend in a nostalgic and reflective part of your chart, this should not pose any issues. Even the Moon supports embracing the weekend spirit. Pluto may have left your relationship sector, but he was still here when Venus, the planet of love, returned to your communication sector 9 days ago. A day after the Moon left your communication sector, and with Mercury, planet of communication, in his last full day in Leo, today is all about having the communication lines open. Our eyes in the sky. If you've ever been caught in that push and pull of wanting something deeply, yet feeling unsure of how to approach it, you're certainly not alone. We all experience those moments of longing paired with hesitation, those times when our desires feel powerful, but our path forward seems unclear. Today might bring some of those feelings to the surface, gently nudging you to confront them. But here's the thing, it's completely okay to take your time with this. There's no need to rush into decisions just because your emotions are heightened. Have you noticed how, when you give yourself a moment to pause and reflect, the right path often becomes clearer? It's like taking a deep breath after running suddenly, things start to make sense again. One thing to keep an eye on today is the temptation to overindulge as a way of coping with these intense emotions. We all have our go-to comforts, right? Whether it's reaching for that extra slice of cake, pouring another glass of wine, or getting lost in endless scrolling on social media, it's easy to turn to these distractions when we're feeling uncertain. And while there's nothing wrong with treating yourself now and then, today might be a good day to stay mindful of those impulses. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, will this truly make me feel better in the long run? Often, what we really need isn't another quick fix, but simply a little space to breathe, a moment to reflect on what's going on beneath the surface. What if today, instead of reaching for that temporary distraction, you chose to sit with your feelings and see what they have to teach you? Despite the emotional challenges that might arise, there's also a powerful sense of mental and physical strength running through you today. You're stronger than you think, and this is the perfect time to tackle those tough decisions you've been avoiding. Maybe there's been something weighing on your mind for a choice you've been putting off because it feels overwhelming or because you're unsure of the outcome. Today, you have the clarity and courage to face it head-on. Have you ever had one of those moments where you finally made a tough choice, and even though it was difficult, you felt an immense sense of relief afterward? That's the kind of energy you can tap into today. Trust yourself. Once you've made your decision, stand by it with confidence and resist the urge to second-guess yourself. Remember, you've got this. Think back to a time when you wanted something so deeply, but hesitated because of the unknown. Maybe it was a relationship that felt right but required a leap of faith. Or perhaps it was the desire to open up and share your true feelings with someone, but fear held you back. We've all been there, standing on the edge of wanting more but unsure of how to move forward. Today, instead of letting anxiety take the wheel, try to embrace those feelings with curiosity and self-compassion. Give yourself permission to explore what's behind that longing. What is it that you truly crave? Is it connection, understanding, or simply the comfort of being close to someone who gets you? And remember, you don't have to have all the answers right away. It's perfectly okay to take your time, to sit with your feelings, and to weigh your options before making any decisions. Sometimes, just allowing yourself to feel those emotions without judgment can help bring clarity. Have you ever noticed how, when you stop fighting your feelings and instead give them space to exist, the right path often reveals itself? Trust that in our own time, you'll find the clarity you're seeking. On the professional front, your energy and courage are at an all-time high. You're ready to take on the world, and you have everything you need to achieve your ambitions. But here's a little reminder: proceed with caution. It's easy to get sidetracked by intricate details that might seem fascinating but ultimately distract you from your main goals. Have you ever been so focused on one tiny part of a project that you lost sight of the bigger picture? It happens to the best of us. Today, try to approach things in a level-headed and sensible way. By concentrating on the most important tasks, you'll avoid unnecessary delays and reach a successful outcome more efficiently. Keep your eye on the prize and trust that you're moving in the right direction. Now, challenges may arise along the way, but here's the good news: not every difficult situation is as critical as it seems at first glance. When you're faced with what feels like a crisis, take a deep breath and react calmly. It's easy to let emotions flare up in stressful moments, but if you allow yourself to stay grounded, you'll notice that most disturbances blow over without causing any real damage. Have you ever found that after taking a step back and giving yourself some space to breathe, what seemed like a major problem wasn't so overwhelming after all? Today is a gentle reminder that you have the strength to handle whatever comes your way. Just stay calm, stay collected, and trust that you'll make it through.